Balenciaga, a name that has become synonymous with luxury, boldness, and, in recent years, controversy. What began as a prestigious fashion house in the 1950s has evolved into one of the most talked about and, at times, outrageous luxury brands in the world. Balenciaga's products have sparked heated debates, with some calling them avant-garde and others dubbing them a social experiment. But what's the story behind this iconic brand? How did it go from high couture to the bizarre and downright ridiculous? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the history of Balenciaga, the creative genius behind its rise, and the fashion items that have made the brand a lightning rod for conversation. We'll also explore why people are now calling Balenciaga's fashion a social experiment, and examine some of the brand's most outlandish accessories that have made headlines. To understand the Balenciaga we know today, we first need to go back to the beginning. Balenciaga was founded in 1917 by Cristobal Balenciaga, a Spanish designer who would go on to redefine fashion. Known for his impeccable craftsmanship, Balenciaga was revered as one of the greatest designers of his time. His clothes were not just fashion, they were pieces of art. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Balenciaga wasn't interested in following trends. Instead, he created his own vision of style, characterized by clean lines, architectural silhouettes, and a focus on the female form. His innovative designs made him a favorite among royalty, socialites, and Hollywood stars. He was known as the King of Fashion, and for good reason. His ability to shape fabric into something extraordinary set him apart. Balenciaga's legacy was built on timeless elegance and precision. His designs were revered for their structure, such as the famous balloon dress and the cocoon coat, which challenged traditional ideas of fashion and brought a sense of modernity to the fashion world. By the time he retired in 1968, Cristobal Balenciaga had cemented his name as one of the greats. But how did we go from the haute couture sophistication of Cristobal Balenciaga to the outrageously avant-garde designs we see today? The answer lies in one name: Demna Gvasalia. Demna Gvasalia, the creative director of Balenciaga since 2015, brought a radically different approach to the brand. Gvasalia's aesthetic was far from the refined couture craftsmanship of Cristobal Balenciaga. Instead, he introduced a blend of streetwear, high fashion, and social commentary. Under his direction, Balenciaga became known for pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and turning fashion into a platform for critique. Under Gvasalia, Balenciaga became a brand that blurred the lines between high fashion and everyday life. It wasn't about luxury in the traditional sense anymore. It was about something much more disruptive. Balenciaga's designs became increasingly experimental, challenging conventional ideas of what fashion should be. The clothing, often oversized and deconstructed, looked like it was made for a different world. And some people loved it, while others were confused, angry, or simply baffled. And this is where the conversation gets interesting. Over the past few years, some people have started to refer to Balenciaga's fashion as a social experiment. What do they mean by that? Simply put, people are beginning to see the brand not just as a luxury label, but as a commentary on consumerism, status, and the very idea of fashion. Balenciaga's products have sparked heated debates about what luxury fashion truly represents. Some argue that Gvasalia's pieces are so ridiculous that they're mocking the very concept of fashion. The over-the-top designs, the absurdly oversized silhouettes, and the cheap-looking accessories seem to question the need for high fashion to be elegant or refined. Instead, it feels like a commentary on the commodification of luxury and the absurdity of conspicuous consumption. Balenciaga is playing with the idea that fashion can be anything, even things that look like they came from a thrift store or a dollar shop. Is it a critique, or is it just pushing the boundaries for the sake of controversy? The line between the two is blurry. Let's talk about some of the most ridiculous fashion accessories Balenciaga has released Under Demna Gvasalia's reign, these items have left many scratching their heads, but that's exactly the point. They're meant to provoke, challenge, and ultimately spark conversation. Take the infamous distressed sneakers, for example. Balenciaga's Triple S sneakers, which retail for over $800, look like they've been worn to the ground for years. They're scuffed, torn, and covered in dirt, all by design. Some people see it as a statement about the absurdity of luxury, while others just see them as, well, dirty sneakers. Then there's the Balenciaga trash bag. Yes, you heard that right. A handbag that looks like a black plastic garbage bag, but priced at over $1,500. It's a perfect example of the brand's ability to make everyday objects into luxury items. Some see it as a critique of materialism, while others can't help but laugh at the idea of spending thousands of dollars on something that looks like it should be used to throw away your leftovers. Balenciaga's platform Crocs, which sold for hundreds of dollars, are another example. Crocs, traditionally seen as the epitome of comfort, but not exactly high fashion, were elevated to the luxury market through the collaboration with Balenciaga. It's a perfect blend of streetwear, high fashion, and absurdity. So, what's next for Balenciaga? Will it continue down the path of subverting fashion norms and pushing the boundaries of what is considered acceptable in luxury? Given the brand's ability to continuously shock and surprise, it's safe to say that Demna Gvasalia will keep challenging the status quo. Balenciaga isn't just selling clothes, they're selling an idea. An idea that fashion can be more than just pretty clothes. It can be an experiment, a commentary, and even a joke. Whether you love it or hate it, one thing is certain: Balenciaga is never boring. From the brilliance of Cristobal Balenciaga to the daring reinvention by Demna, this brand has always been a reflection of its time. The combination of luxury and absurdity, high fashion and streetwear, makes Balenciaga one of the most intriguing and polarizing names in the industry. But whether you see it as fashion-forward or ridiculous, one thing's for sure: it's impossible to ignore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Balenciaga's history and its role in fashion today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fashion content. Until next time, stay stylish and keep questioning the status quo.